a grandmother.
Women in leadership, business, and lifestyle.
I know I do. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lifin Talk, and I hope everybody's having a great day. It is the day after Thanksgiving that we're actually recording this. So today I thought I'd have a friend and my sister. So this is Rosa and Mariella on with me. And I thought we'd just have a little talk about reflections of life. So the segment, as you're going to see, is Lifi'n, reflections of Lifi'n. And so, what does that mean, you might ask? Because we all have a story, powerful stories and chapters in our life. And the chapters that we go through, the experiences that we go through really builds our character, molds us. And so oftentimes we reflect on past experiences. So today's topic is really just about conversation of girls talking and sharing experiences that have impacted your life and Rosa, your life. And so hopefully, by the end of this segment, you're going to walk away just with some encouragement, because you know what, this channel is all about just coaching, life fuel, and nuggets just to really empower you and encourage you, and to know that, you know what, we are all in this together, this thing called life. And so this is the beauty of it, because there's no script to this boat that we're on called life. So I'm going to start with my sister Mariella. So welcome. Thank you so much for coming on. Yes. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me, Liz, with Lifin Talk. I'm so excited. First of all, I'm so proud of her.
Thank you.
And secondly, thank you, Rosa, for being a part of this. She's all the way here from Texas. We're in Florida. So yeah, the topic of reflection is huge. And as I hit an anniversary of a life or death situation,
yes.
That's the biggest, and especially coming after Thanksgiving, that is the biggest reflection I've had, and it's taken me this long to really process. So I have a beautiful testimony that I'm here today because of our Lord and Savior, of course. But I was given a life or death situation with some heart surgery, unexpected, 5 years ago. So the reflection has been, life is so important. It's so beautiful. It's so unpredictable. It is so unknown. And what I take away is that we just have to enjoy really every moment. And there's no room to be sad, negative. I mean, we have emotions, but those emotions can't rule us. Because really, it doesn't matter. Nobody's guaranteed anything in this life. And I was shown that in a different way. And again, I'm thankful to be here. But it has given me such it lifted a burden of worry, because life, we worry about things. But when you realize that you're not guaranteed and that you don't have to worry, you just have to trust that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. We play our role, of course, but that's the biggest reflection, is enjoying the moments and the freedom to do so, the freedom without stigmas of whatever society says we're supposed to feel.
So for those that are watching and will watch way after, this recording goes live on YouTube, what would you say are your takeaways that somebody watching this and are listening, what would you say on a daily basis? What can they incorporate in their life to really not sweat the small stuff? And we're not making play of, there's a lot of things in your life that are serious, whether it's an emotional, a physical, a mental, all of those things that we have to deal with. But there's some practical methods in which you can cope with stress. And what would you say to that? How do you cope? Because she's also a professional, and she works with a lot of clients that have different challenges. And so what would you say to somebody looking that maybe in a situation where they're stuck or they're feeling down, and you mentioned don't worry, what would you say to them to be a message of encouragement?
Yeah, I want to reaffirm what Liz said. I don't minimize anybody's emotions,
Yes.
anybody's physical, emotional challenges at all. But when you are faced with life or death and you don't realize you're going to be faced with that, you realize that those things, honestly, in the theme of life, can be overcome. So I'd say every day we are responsible for ourselves. We have to pick ourselves up. We are responsible to have faith. And again, people have different types of faith, but have faith that everything is going to work the way it's supposed to, and release those expectations that fall short, and know that there's a better path. We may not understand it, we may not like it, but there's always a better path that we're being led to. So I think it's just the freedom to feel, but the freedom to release is probably the biggest lesson.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. And Rosa, what would be your reflection of your life experience, and what would you want to share?
Yes, I will say the last almost 2 years, there has been a lot change, not only as a professional person, but as a human being, and in the way I used to see life. And I said I used to because I don't see it that way anymore. I have been, blessed to be able to encounter people on different seasons
Circumstances and seasons.
yeah, so it has really helped me to open my mind and see people on a from different perspectives, because not everything is black and white. So when it comes to human beings, I have been able to experience, what we can call, being on a Christian world, and not on a so much Christian world. And my take from that has been that people are complex,
Yes, very much so.
and having an open mind, and extending grace, and being able to see past through a person's failures, it's just so important.
Yes.
Because I'm going to speak for myself. I used to, maybe be so quick to judge based on, what you do. What's your profession? And the last 4 months, actually, I have been able to meet some amazing people on different professions that I will never imagine myself met before. And it's been a blessing, because the beauty of what it's God's creation, it's just so huge, so big, that we cannot even sometimes imagine. And not because you are on this end and I'm on this end doesn't mean that we are so much different.
Right.
So what I'm taking out of all this experience that I'm still walking through is grace is the key. Because I'm not perfect myself.
Well said.
I'm not perfect myself, so I cannot expect more than someone else that I can offer myself. So in reality, I had to look inside first to be able to look on the outside, and pointing fingers is not going to take me anywhere.
So I would say maybe as a life coach, to translation, really do work starts within yourself.
Yes.
And so, because it really starts within yourself,
Yes.
identifying what you need to change within you. And I think that you have come such a long way.
Oh, yes.
Because also doing the work within you, it has changed you. It has built you.
Yes.
It has given you more boldness.
Yes.
It has helped you be more confident.
Mhm.
So all of those things through doing the work, because nothing starts, nothing manifests unless you are willing to look inside and do the work. And you might say, Liz, you know what, Rosa, Mariella, I don't know how. What do I do? Well, the first thing is acknowledgement of wanting
Yes.
something to change. If you're stuck, if you feel down, if you feel frustrated, you know what? You don't always have to be there.
Mhm.
You can make that change and move forward, and not being stuck in the past,
Yes.
not being beat down because of past failures, past mistakes. You know what? This is a new year that we're approaching, and it's time to just shift forward, because you know what? You don't have to be in neutral. And so for those watching, Rosa, what would be your takeaway, and something encouraging that you would want to share out of what you went through, for just a final thought?
I will say grace. Give grace to yourself and give grace to other people. Because, like you said, nobody's perfect.
Yes.
Nobody knows it all. So we are on this journey called life, walking one day at a time,
Yes.
learning from our mistakes, and just be grateful to yourself.
Well said.
And to other people.
Thank you. And I would say too, just out of my reflection is, you know what? Coming to the realization that you are an individual. You are,
Yes.
you are, I am. And we have our own way to move. We have our own way of doing things, our character, our personality.
Mhm.
And oftentimes, you know, at one stage or another in life, you've wanted to maybe have somebody change, because you thought, you know what, maybe if they make a change of some sort, it'll be great. Maybe we can do more. Maybe we can communicate more. Maybe we can laugh more. And maybe all of those things. But the truth of the matter is, the change starts internally.
Yes.
And that is my reflection that I wanted to share with you, because you may have friends, family, partner, spouse, children that are in a situation that maybe you don't think or approve of, or you see the better if they change. And the truth of the matter is, it's the want to within them. And if they don't want to, we're powerless to do that for them. We can really give them advice. We can support, because they are our loved ones. But the actual change for them to move in a positive direction starts with them. And so I wanted to encourage you, you move, you be the way that you are meant to. Discover your gifts and talents. Discover you first. And then when you do that, new stages of life open. You transform, and discover new hobbies, new interests, continual learning, and focus on the positive by meditating, by affirmations, because we're constantly moving in this world. It's perpetual motion. So I want for you to really take some of that we've talked about and use it as fuel, and get you fired up and empowered, because you know what? It doesn't stop here. As long as we have the gift of movement and we're breathing, there's opportunity. And whatever that you decide to do it with passion, and discover that there is purpose and that, you know what, transformation is possible.
Yes.
So hopefully you have seen this episode and you have gotten some great nuggets out of it, because this is what the talk is all about, to bring to you different guests, different topics, because this thing called life, there's so many different ways it could go, and so many different things to learn. So thank you, Rosa, for being here with me today.
Sure.
And thank you, Mariella.
Thank you,
I
Rosa.
really appreciate it.
And keep lifing.
Yes. Until next time, see you soon and have a great day.
Yes.